Hey everybody, it's me, Master Chul. I'm gonna try something new today. We're gonna try to make spam musubi for my son Sean. I've actually made spam musubi one other time, but I don't recall exactly how I made it, so I looked up a recipe online here. Anyway, let's get to it. The first ingredient obviously is rice, and the rice is cooking in the pot right now. The second ingredient is the most important ingredient, spam, of course, America's favorite processed meat. And then we have the sauce base, which is going to be consisting of equal parts soy sauce, sugar, and this stuff here called mirin, which I'm not exactly sure what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but some type of rice vinegar. Leave it in the comments, maybe. Correct me. Anyway. So the rice is cooking, and we're going to get back to making the second process, which is cutting the spam and making the sauce that is going to be used to baste the spam after it's fried. Alrighty, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, we're here with the second process of the spam musubi is cutting the spam. The simple trick of getting the spam out of the can is, of course, to peel it back, squeeze the sides, and hit it backwards so it falls out there. Now we're going to cut the spam. I like to do it into 8 equal slices. I used to have a spam cutter that would cut it into 8 slices by itself. Unfortunately, I lost that somewhere, so we're going to have to fake it here. I'm going to cut it in half. Then I'm going to try and just eye it there. We're going to go 1, 2, and then it's okay if it's a little thicker than you want it to be because, you know, it is spam musubi. And I think that one turned out pretty good. There's 4 on that one. 5, 6, and 7 and 8. I think it turned out pretty good there. So there's the spam. I'm going to place that over here on a plate for right now. Wash my hands real quick here. Okay, and then we're going to put this to the side and we're going to prepare our sauce. The sauce is what we're going to spread on the spam after it cooks. So, sauce is pretty simple. This is basically the same sauce I've used before. It's going to be equal parts soy sauce, sugar, and mirin. So we're going to start with the soy sauce. We're going to use 1 cup of soy sauce. And we're going to pour it into this bowl here. That is a lot of soy sauce. Okay. That. And then we're going to add 1 cup of sugar. So let's put our sugar in here. Oh, that's a lot of sugar. Okay. So we're going to add the sugar there. That does seem like a lot of sugar. But that's what the recipe called for, so we're going to go with it. And then we're going to add a whole cup of this mirin, which is quite a bit. So let's pour the mirin in there. All right, here we go. So we're going to pour 1 cup of mirin in here, which probably is going to be the majority of this container here. And bingo. Okay, 1 cup of mirin going in. That is a lot of sauce. All right, now we got all that in there. Going to use this little fork and we're going to kind of stir it until the sugar dissolves. It is really thick and syrupy at this point. But that will be really good once we put it on the spam. Add a nice flavor and nice golden caramelization. So we're just going to continue stirring that until we can feel that most of the sugar has been dissolved into the mix. And then we're going to set that aside and start frying the spam. Okay, we got the pan heated up. I'm going to put a little cooking spray in the pan. And then we're going to put the spam in there. And we're going to fry it for a little bit on each side there so we can get it a little brown. Because who likes to eat raw spam? Nobody! So we're going to place the spam in the pan here. I've actually cooked 2 containers of spam because you can never have too much spam, right? I mean, what's a little extra spam? That's fine. So we're going to get the process going here, and hopefully we'll get it going to it's a nice golden brown. Okay, now that the Spam has fried on both sides and is a nice golden brown, we are going to add our sauce. So I'm going to dip our little brush in there, apply it quite vigorously so we get a lot of sauce on there. And then we're going to spread it over the Spam, and it adds a nice little coating to it. There we go. The Spam's like, more, give me more of that sauce. There we go. It does smell good. Oops. Put that there, and then we got that. And then we're just going to give it a few minutes on each side there to finish it off. And there we go. We're going to let that sit in there a few minutes and flip it over and repeat the process. Okay, for the next step here, we got the cooked rice. And then this is a little trick I learned growing up in Hawaii here. We use the saran wrap with a can of Spam. And then we're going to push down the rice into the can with the saran wrap and then put the piece of Spam on top. So we're going to scoop out a little bit of rice. We're going to push it down into the can over the saran wrap so it gets nice and compact in there. We want to push down, well, as much as we can, up to about the halfway mark. It's a little tricky. It definitely takes a little practice. There we go, and we're going to push it down on the sides. The saran wrap, of course, is going to help us pull it back out. And looks good, good. And try to push it down as much as compact as we can get it. So far we're about a little less than half there. Okay. Well, this is going to be the first test run on it, so we'll see how it works here. And a little bit about halfway. And then we're going to take our fried Spam, and then we're going to stick it right on top. And then using the saran wrap, we're going to pull it out. And if all goes well, it should look pretty compact and ready to roll. So here it goes. And then we stick the one piece of Spam on there. And then we kind of push it down there with the saran wrap over it. And make sure everything's nice and compact. And we are going to pull it out here in a moment. Hopefully, if it all looks good, it should be pretty well compacted down. Here we go. We're going to pull it out. And we're going to bring it over here to our plate. And that's going to be the first one. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, so we got two sitting on the plate now, and basically because I couldn't find the seaweed that was big enough to wrap around, we're just going to stick the seaweed on there. So for all intensive purposes, still looks pretty good. You're just going to have to hold it there. But that is the finished product. We got a little bit of rice, piece of fried Spam, and the seaweed on top. I'm going to have to check out places where I can find a bigger piece of seaweed where I can wrap it in. Alrighty, that is the end of the musubi. We'll let you know how it tastes in a minute. Alright, here goes the taste test. Go give it a try, Sean. 2 hands, take a good bite. What's the verdict? It's good?
Yeah, it's real good.
Nice, awesome.